It was his role on the hit TV drama ER that propelled George Clooney to superstardom, but I think it's his talent, good looks, and charisma that keep him there. George found the limelight at age 5, helping out on his father Nick's talk show in Cincinnati. At age 21, he came to Los Angeles and lived with his famous aunt, singer Rosemary Clooney. George told me his first big break was ironically a sitcom called ER in 1984.
Now, you're not going to believe this, okay? But this morning, my horoscope said that I was going to meet the girl of my dreams and she was going to fall in love with me. Took a shot.
After that, he played several minor roles in major TV shows such as The Facts of Life, Roseanne, and my all-time favorite, Sisters, where he played Celia Wald's boyfriend.
Why Superman works alone.
George has played a range of characters, from the campy caped crusader in Batman and Robin to the romantic lead in the comedy One Fine Day.
Hey, Jack Foley, famous bank robber.
You want to sit down and have cocktails with a woman who tried to shoot you.
But it's his latest film, the romantic crime caper Out of Sight with Jennifer Lopez, that I found to be his sexiest role. We talked about his favorite leading ladies and what he thinks makes him so popular on screen.
I had dinner the other night with the legendary film director, Billy Wilder.
Oh, you did?
And he said to me, he said, you know, he said, there's two things that movie stars have to have. He said, likability and beddability. Oh,
right.
He didn't put it that politely, George.
Right, exactly. I'm sure he didn't.
And which do you think is the most important, and which do you think you have?
Well, it depends. If you're doing an all-guy movie, you want likability.
Uh-huh.
Because, you know, if you're doing, like, you know, and then beddability, I think, is important in certain sex scenes.
Absolutely.
No, I don't know. I'll have to think about it. I don't think, who knows? I'm not the best person to be a judge of what I am good at or what I do well, or if any of those exist.
Well, you're very good in the sex scenes. I watched the movie yesterday.
It's a good movie,
I thought
isn't it?
you and Jennifer Lopez have great chemistry together.
I know. Well, you know, she's in love with me.
She's in love with you. She wants your body?
She calls me constantly, every day.
You sound like Don Rickles.
I do.
I interviewed Don Rickles the other day, and he said, you know, he said, I was doing the movie with De Niro. Sharon Stone was definitely in love with me. She wanted my body.
You said that?
So Jennifer wanted you.
Well, let me just say this. Don Rickles has never wanted me. And that's
never
all
wanted you.
I want to go on record. Don Rickles
I'm going to tell him this.
No, I'm in trouble.
He may change his mind.
Yeah.
Didn't your Auntie Rosemary say something about she thought you were going to be Don Rickles, and then you turned out to be Tyrone Power?
Oh, yeah, she did.
So you had this famous aunt, and you decided you were going to come to Hollywood.
And be an actor.
Be an actor. Did you hang out with her at her house?
Yeah, the first year I lived there.
Yeah.
And then moved in with a buddy of mine and kind of did all the same dumb things, you know, if you're trying to get a job. Bad jobs, did a lot of carpentry work and stuff like that. And eventually landed a series called ER, the sitcom.
Party, everybody!
Ready?
My kids used to like you in Roseanne.
Roseanne, that was
They
a
used
fun
to watch
show.
Roseanne. They used to say, that's a very hot guy in this, and I used to go, I don't like that show too much, I won't watch it. But then you came on Sisters, and I told all my producer friends, I said, this guy's going to be a movie star, and they said, you know what producer friends are like.
Yes.
And now that you're a movie star, of course, they go, well, you know, why didn't you tell me?
You should have told me.
You had a choice of a leading lady.
Well, I think the most beautiful that ever lived was Grace Kelly.
Yeah, she was staggering. Staggering.
So you got to think, if you're going to do one, you'll probably have to just go with Grace Kelly. Just as, although
It's a tough
Ingrid
business,
Bergman
but-
is awfully good too, because she
And
was
today,
so good.
living?
I've worked with some great ones already, you know, Nicole Kidman and Michelle Pfeiffer, and I've been very lucky because of the people I've already been able to work with. So, yeah, I would hate to name any. It would probably piss them off. I don't want to work with that guy.
But this chemistry thing you had with Jennifer was pretty hot. I mean, in
great.
the movie, the scene in the trunk of the car, that was
funny.
a hot scene.
Yeah, that was and it was funny because. You know, we shot it once, it didn't work, and we had to go back and reshoot it.
Oh, shame.
Yeah,
Must have been
I
tough for
hated
you.
it.
Yeah, I know.
In fact, I made him put film on the camera the next one. And It's the most important film probably, most important scene probably in the film, because it sets up the rest of the movie. So it was important that scene worked. So we had to go back and fix it and add a little more sexual tension, because it was shot and we were really small.
Well, there was lots of sexual tension. I don't know what you could do about it in the trunk of a car, but if you can do it in a bathroom on a plane, the trunk of a car is not too bad.
Now, you know what? You're getting your book back in this.
No, I'm not. I was going to say to you, I wanted to ask you this, because I've seen so many movies, where you see the woman takes off her clothes.
Right.
And you see plenty. Well, Jennifer takes off her clothes, but you really don't see anything, which is very nice. It's subliminal.
That's right.
And you, the same thing.
Right.
Would you be comfortable in a scene, say the director had said to Jennifer, okay, honey, take it off, we got to see it.
Right.
And you, of course, would be cleverly concealed beneath a sheet.
With a codpiece on of some sort.
Exactly,
yes.
yeah. How would you feel about that?
You mean that
Would you do it? Would you feel comfortable?
No, sure. I wouldn't. That's not that I'm uncomfortable with it. I've always preferred to see films, I like it when it's suggested better, only because I think it's sexier.
Yeah,
for me.
I agree with you.
Because it's. But I wouldn't be against it. It would just depend on the job.
But wouldn't you want to protect the actress? Wouldn't you want to say to your director,
well, no, that would.
Hey.
That's only if the actress wanted to be protected. I've done that before. I've done scenes where the girl's supposed to take her top off, and you go, okay, come here, and you hold them up close to you, so they don't get their breasts on screen.
You don't fancy doing like a Richard Gere or a Mel Gibson?
Which is what?
Well, Mel Gibson always flashes his butt.
Oh yeah, Mel does.
And Richard
but he's got
showed
a
us
nice
a lot
butt.
more. Well, I'm sure you have too.
Well, now let's not get into my butt. I thought we were going to go the whole conversation without my butt.
All right, if you insist.
Let's get back to Mel's butt. He's a nice butt. Yeah, Richard Gere showed his
many
thing.
things.
Yeah, he showed his manhood.
And women liked it a lot.
Oh, they did?
Well,
yeah.
they liked it because it was like equality.
Oh, yeah. Oh, is
and
that why they liked it? I don't want people saying that about me.
Maybe they had other reasons.
Yeah, I think so. I think they got that because they got that pause on the VCR. That's why they liked it.
Yeah, you can back up a little bit.
Yeah, you got that,
But if it was like a director you really wanted to work with?
Would I show my schlong? Is that what you're asking me?
Yeah, as a matter of fact.
You mean like the piano?
I was going to put it in a more polite way, but,
I don't think so. I don't think I need to do that.
No, I don't think you need to do it either. I'm very pleased to hear that.
No, it's not, here's the thing. I think I'd find a way to get around that scene somehow.
Yeah, I think you could.
Because they make such nice thongs these days.
Well, I have to tell you, I love the movie. I thought you were great in it. Do you like playing bad boys?
Yeah, they're fun. This guy's not a bad boy, though. He's a good guy.
Oh, come on, he robs banks.
Hey, Rob, but he does it so nicely.
But you've got the secret, and the secret is that women like flawed men because they always feel they can improve them.
They can fix them. And you know what? All he's really trying to do is find a nice girl. That's all he wants.
And he found a nice girl in the trunk of the car.
He happens to hold her hostage for a little bit.
So what's your future holding?
I don't know. I'm going to go back to the show in mid-July and go to work.
Do you think that is kind of like difficult because people can see you for free every week?
Well, people say that. I don't know. I don't know that it's I can't look at that show and think anything was difficult about it in terms of my career because it made my career.
Yeah.
So I can't really point at it and say, now it's hurting me somehow. I can't believe that or wouldn't think that way.
Yeah.
By the same token, this is my last season of the show. This will be in my 5th year, this next season coming up. And I'll come back and do some guest shots on it, but as a regular, on a week-to-week basis, this will be my last year of that. And I think I will have run the gambit of what I can do with the guy. Mm-hmm. So, but we'll find out. I'll find out if that has anything to do with it.
Well, to quote Billy Wilder, you've got likability, bettability, you play great flawed guys, and you're going to go even further. Thank you, George. It was a pleasure.
Thank you. Thanks for the book.
Oh, you're welcome.